start. You have flies on your chairs when you sat down. There are a few events on there. There's a form if you want to hand that back, then feel free. You can also buy tickets after the event as well. Can we have phones on silent, please, or turned off? Either way, it's absolutely fine. I also just direct your attention to the fire exits at the back and the side of the room. And ignore that as well. Perfectly fine. There we go. So we're all here to celebrate the fantastic Styxx, which is newly released, and obviously to hear Sherrilyn Kenyon talk about it and her previous work. So, I'm sure you'll explain it better than me. So, can we all please give a really warm welcome to Sherrilyn?
I have to say, microphones terrify me. My father was a drill sergeant. I was raised in the middle of 8 boys. And as my older brother used to say, we have 3 volumes, loud, louder, and our ears are bleeding. So I will try not to blow it. I speak very lowly because I do. If you've ever been in my house, you will know I am Southern. Yes, we say stud for not only us, but the neighbors across the field too. So I will try not to blow out anybody's eardrums. I really hate talking about myself, but I can pick on my family quite easily, much to their chagrin and horror. Or you can ask me questions. I know that you guys don't get to talk to me that much, so if you would rather ask me questions, don't fear me. I'm really not that fierce.
Hi Sherrilyn, I've been reading quite a few books now for a long time. The number 7 seems to appear in a lot of your work. It's kind of a repeated thing. For example, Talon, when he's kicked out of the only home he's ever known, and he loses his mum. He's 7 years old. When Acheron and Styxx are born, Alyssa's 7. And of course, when Acheron's dragged away, again, he's only 7 years old. I wondered if there was a particular reason you chose that number, 7.
No. Honestly, I always thought I did things in 3. So, no, and 7's not even a multiple of 3. So, hey, here's one I had never really thought. I had never thought about it, to be honest. I like the number. There's 7 days in a week, although I think most weeks I need 8.
It's clearly very lucky for you.
Okay, now we're going to pick on the family. I have lots of... Okay, good. I don't have to pick on family yet.
My husband made me promise to ask you whether you're doing a Savitar or Jaden book.
If they don't die. I have to have this disclaimer. I'm from Nashville, and in Nashville I have a little posse that started with the very first book, and there's a girl in it named Nicole. And Nicole very early on kept going, I want a book for Cassine. Is Cassine going to have a book? And I'm like, naively going, yes. Yes, he will. And then I read Seas of the Night, and he died valiantly. And now Nicole, every time I see her, goes, you killed him. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I thought he'd have a book. I lied. So one book Sunday, she shows up with a big roll of that silver duct tape, slams it down on the table and goes, put his head back on. I love my fans. Sometimes y'all scare me.
What's the relationship between Savitar and Apollo? Because you keep alluding to it in your books, and he's always the one when she's got a problem and needs to save Acheron that she's the one he sends in.
Notice I give nothing away. I can neither confirm or deny. I know, but I can't tell. But eventually you'll know. And if I die, Loretta will graciously put it on eBay. Or Kim. You may have to beat Kim for that.
Oh, that's true. Seller, just so you know. Is there any reason why you picked Nolans?
Why I picked
New Orleans.
New Orleans, sorry, Nolans. I got it. Hell, you threw me for a loop there. I love the city. I used to live there. If you're going to do something spooky, in America, there's really no better place than New Orleans.
So you live next to Anne Rice.
No, I didn't. Oh my God, no. I have to for poor people. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, I would love to live on First Avenue. Yeah, it's just, I was one of the vampire tour guides there at one time. And I dated another one. Don't tell my husband that, he gets really bent. But it's just, the history there is, okay, for us it's really old. For you guys, not so much. But it's such a great old city that, there's so much history there, and there's so many diverse groups that came together. So for spooky places, there's really nothing. Maybe Savannah, Georgia, but I'm from Georgia. I don't want to write about stuff I've lived in that much.
St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, that's true,
That's
yeah.
very spooky there.
But I'm not very familiar with it. I never did. I've done a lot of paranormal investigations in New Orleans. Never really in Florida, which makes no sense now that I think about it. Well, yeah, it does. Didn't have money. Yeah.
I've heard there's a rumour about League films.
Mm.
Any more on that?
We're doing Infinity first. We actually were supposed to be filming Infinity now, but then the movie that they worked on prior to mine got a delayed release, and it's actually releasing here in London next week. So once they get over that, then we'll start filming the first of the Chronicles of Nick. And then I'm doing the screenplay right now for Dark Hunter for the movie. And then we'll do the Dark Hunter TV series, and they're working on developing the Leaf TV series.
I've always wondered about Ren. On Lisa Night, there was a part where Aristotle said to Maggie that Ren was powerful enough to take on just about anyone. I've always wondered, is there anything special about him?
About Maggie?
About Ren?
About Ren? There's okay, W-R-E-N, right? I have a lot of friends. I have to make sure I'm talking about the same one. Yes, he's one of those characters that I keep trying to get him back into the series. He doesn't want to come. And it's so annoying. Every book I think that he's going to make an appearance, and yes, the sun's going to be, I'm a vampire. There is a lot about him that's different and special, but he won't cooperate and actually enter the book with me. So hopefully I will be able to get that out to you guys soon. I hate when they don't. They're like children. I told you to clean your room. Get back in there.
Was that okay?
That big yellow ball. I hate that thing.
Will you be doing any more of the Dream Hunters?
I'm trying to do Solon. It's harder than you think. Yeah, I should hopefully have Solon out next year or the year after, if he will quit being evil.
Out of all the characters you have, which one would you be?
I'm probably most like
Simi.
Styxx, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? Now y'all are going, wait a minute, let me say, what?
That's us up all night reading it.
Out of all your books, which one was the one that you first thought you would write and then had to let the rest around?
No, I mean, in terms of Dark Hunter, I've been writing Dark Hunter since the mid-'80s. I'm not that old, but apparently I am. I'm in denial. I started them in college, so I've kind of been playing around with them for so many years now that there's not really one book that I've written anything around. That's why they're like pieces of a puzzle, and sometimes you'll get this corner, sometimes you'll get that corner. They all hook together, but not really. They can stand apart, so I don't really focus anything around any one book.
When you're writing your books, what comes first, the plot or the characters?
Almost always the characters will come first before the plot does. I won't say always. I have written one or two where I had the plot first, but it's extremely rare for me.
Which book out would you want you Does your son's like that?
My children will not read them, they think it's creepy. All of their friends read the book, or read the Chronicles of Narnia. My children aren't that old. But, and they're always trying to bribe my sons. My sons are like, I don't know, I don't read that crap. I'm like, what crap, what? They're like, well, you're my mother, why would I want to read my mother? I'm like, you're my son, why would I want to feed my son? So I'm not a kind mom. My oldest is fond of saying, and you're the maternal one, huh? Yeah, God has a sense of humor. You're living proof.
Well, you can always tell them that you can pinch and set off at birth.
Oh, I do that all the time. Actually, I have the best thing in the world because he actually did kill me. They brought me back. But I did die giving birth to him. I was doing that in the mall one day. This lady turns around, looks at me like I am still dead, and I'm like, what? Have you ever seen a ghost before?